Okay. So here are some examples. Again, I can't write your intentions for you, but here are some examples that I just Googled, right, of different possible intentions. What I want you to notice from this list is that these are related to all different areas of our lives. Some of them are work related, some of them are family and relationships, some of them are self care or personal growth and mindfulness. Only you know what kind of intentions that you really have. And you might be like, oh my gosh, there's so many intentions. Well, that's fine. You have every day of the rest of your life. You can set a new one every day and let that be your intention for the day. Ideally, you'll pick one to be your anchor for that day. And here are just some different examples. I intend to approach my work with focus and patience. I intend to listen fully and be present with my family. I intend to nourish my body and mind with love and care. I intend to be open to learning from each experience. You know, you could set an intention that maybe you didn't even know you needed and see how that affects your day. See how it changes your approach to things. So again, these are some examples, and at the end of this, I will be providing you some resources with some additional examples just to help jog things in your mind. Because I fully agree that this is a challenging practice to begin. You know, when I first started practicing yoga, if you ever go to a yoga studio, you'll hear, and I've said this in my classes too, set an intention before your class. And I would often think, well, my intention was to come to yoga and I'm here, so I don't know what you, I don't know what you want from me. I did not understand the concept. I was just like, I intend to do yoga. Um, but now that I've learned more about it, it definitely makes a little more sense. What they're saying, what the teacher is saying is, how do you want to feel in your yoga practice? Decide how you want this practice to make you feel. Do you want this practice to help relax you and calm you and help you relieve stress? Do you want this practice to energize you? And how you intend your practice to benefit you will change how you show up in your practice. If you want something a little more calming, soothing, relaxing, you're probably going to move a little bit slower, focus more on deep breaths, slowing your breath. If you want high energy, high intensity, you're trying to sweat. You're going to move fast. You're going to have quicker breaths. So you can have the exact same direction of poses and different intentions and have a very different experience in the yoga class. So that's why an example of how intentions can benefit you in a specific class, in a specific setting. But what if you had an intention for the whole day? You can achieve it. You can approach it the same way. Okay. So let's take a moment and actually practice setting an intention together. Now, if this feels like a new concept, a new process for you, I want to remind you that this can be the simplest, easiest thing you do in the morning or anytime throughout the day. There is no rule as to when or how you set an intention, but I'm going to guide you on something to help you get in the frame of mind where hopefully you can set an intention that you feel good about. But I want you to remember this can be easy. This can be simple. It might take some discipline, some practice of doing it more than once to make it feel like it's second nature, but it can be very easy and it can be very beneficial. So let's practice together. Let's take a moment. If you're in a safe space to do so, not driving, please close your eyes and just take a deep breath. That felt nice. Take another one. Beautiful. And with your eyes still closed, continue to breathe long, slow, deep breaths. just connecting to your breath, bringing your awareness and attention and focus on your breath. And as you're breathing, ask yourself, what is important to me today? What is important to me today? And just begin to notice all of the potential answers that come to you. You might have 1,000 different words entering your mind at one time. Or you might have one that is shining higher than the rest. What's important to me today? And then ask yourself, how do I want to feel as I move through the day? How do I want to feel as I move through my day? It's okay if a lot of answers come up for you. Just start to notice some of those answers. And when you're ready, take one more deep breath and then open your eyes. If you have a piece of paper or somewhere to write, or even your phone, your notes app, write down some of the words that came to you most strongly in terms of what's important to you today and how you want to feel today. It's okay if they are not complete sentences. Just write down a couple of words. I want to feel powerful, calm, patient, confident. What's important to me today? Picking up my kids on time. Feeling like I got what I needed to get done at work. Those are just some things that come up for me. Just examples. Now, if you can, it's okay if it doesn't come naturally to you, but if it feels okay, maybe you turn those into a sentence. Maybe try to narrow it down into one sentence that you can select as an intention for today. I intend to stay focused on my responsibilities so that I can end my workday on time and feel accomplished, but not overwhelmed by my tasks. That's one of my intentions for today. I'm doing this with you. And if you haven't done so yet, say it out loud. Bring power to those words. Now, if this is something that you are interested in actually practicing as part of your daily yoga practice off the mat, then I would encourage you to have a journal and maybe write down your intention in the morning. Do this little breathing exercise where you just check in the morning. It can be first thing when you wake up. It can be after you take the kids to school, before you start your day, anytime, preferably earlier. Allow yourself to check in, just taking a moment to breathe. And then write down your intention. And I promise you, with the practice of discipline and doing this regularly, it will get easier. It will get more comfortable. And you will get closer to that feeling of santosha, that contentment. And at the end of your day, perhaps you can reflect. And if you do this in a journal, maybe even journal how you feel about your day and your intention. Keeping in mind you can always set a new one tomorrow. So, next steps. We just did this. We just set our intention for today. But one thing I want to mention about if you are able to do a reflection at the end of your day, coming back to that mindfulness and that concept of santosha, can you reflect on your day, on how you felt about your intention without judgment? I'll be honest, this is one of the struggles for me. Sometimes I don't want to reflect because I will judge myself in the reflection. I could have done more. I shouldn't have done that. I failed, right? Part of this practice is removing that judgment and being okay with what was. Accepting what is, what happened. And practicing removing that judgment from yourself. And that might be a challenge for you too. But my other next step is to see if you can try this again tomorrow. I will be creating some resources to support this, a little template for your journaling exercise, and a little recap of some of the notes that we covered today in a PDF form. So I'll be sharing that with you very soon. But even until then, see if you can continue to have an intention, whether it's for your day. You can change it. Maybe you need to set an intention for a specific meeting that you have to walk into. Maybe you set an intention for how you want to act with your kids when they get home. You can have different ones if you need to. But the act of setting the intention is really helpful. And then the act of reflecting on that intention is also really helpful. That's what I have for you today. I really appreciate you joining me in this live learning session. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you gained some insights, some knowledge, some enlightenment from this conversation. Please provide any of your comments or feedback. Even constructive feedback, I greatly appreciate in the comments. And I will see you for our next one next week. Alrighty. Thank you, friends. Have a great rest of your day.